I was recording some Stardew Valley on my iPad last night because I was bored. I'm watching a little 14-year-old Chihuahua and wanted something to do. I sped the recording up to 2 times speed because, let's be honest, it's kind of boring to just watch me cut down trees. But I don't have a computer right now. I need to build one. So the only games I have are just like matching games and Stardew Valley, Minecraft, and Don't Starve, which is, I guess, is like a good foundation if you're doing any YouTube gaming whatsoever, especially Minecraft right now since it's so big again. I like doing more like simulation games like The Sims, and I like playing Tropico, and obviously Stardew Valley though. Stardew Valley is one of my favorites. But I want to talk more about where this is going because I know obviously in a 2-minute long video it didn't get anywhere. I just kind of complained about not knowing what the fuck I was doing. I am probably moving within a year, and I won't be living in the state that I live in anymore. I'll be moving closer to work, and when I do that, all my family lives in different states than where I'm moving. My mom's side lives in Michigan and California, and my dad's side mostly lives in Illinois. So I wouldn't have anyone where I would be moving to. And I wanted to create a channel so that, you know, I kind of had someone to talk to, and I wouldn't get too lonely because I was all by myself. I wanted to be able to share things with people. I've also thought about doing some commentary stuff a la Drew Gooden and Danny Gonzalez because they're just fun to watch, especially when you're sad. And my goal for people who watch my channel is to not feel alone as well, because what good is it if I'm, you know, just making myself feel better, but nobody else is feeling better about their situation. You know, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who are living by themselves in different states and don't know anybody, and maybe don't even have family that they can call, you know, and they want a friend, and I kind of want to be that for them. I hope I'm not being presumptuous, but I hope people would watch me for that. If you hear any background noises, it's me walking around. I'm using my phone to record, and when I walk around, you know, like a normal person, I just kind of look in the fridge for absolutely nothing, and then I close it. And that is the 14-year-old Chihuahua. There's dogs outside, and she's barking at them. I also want to make, you know, just vlogs and show you what I'm doing, maybe videos with my friends when they come see me or before I move, because I haven't moved yet. Basically, being a giant distraction is what I want. I just want to be a distraction. I'll probably do like cooking videos to get me to eat better, but I want to be held accountable for the things I do. I want to be held accountable for what I eat, you know, making sure my house is clean. And it would be nice for strangers to be the ones to hold me accountable because, you know, your mom can say, oh yeah, honey, you're fine, don't worry, but someone else might be like, yeah, that's your 6 bag of chips this week. Clean up your act, you know? Basically, I want to do a little bit of everything. To summarize it, I want to do a little bit of everything. I want to hold myself accountable, and I want to have something or someone to talk to when my family is hours away from me. So, a couple days ago, I got hacked, which is why I changed all my social media. I used to be Caitlin May on everything. And then I got hacked, and my grandma got hacked because of it. But I changed all my social media to grilled cheese because I'm stupid and I like cheese. Honestly, if we're gonna be if we're not, you know, hiding anything, it's 100% because Markiplier calls himself fucking Bum Bum on Steam, and I wanted something stupid, but like not that stupid. So I just went with food because food is my thing. But anyway, so I changed all my shit. I turned on insights for Instagram. I don't know how to do it for Twitter, if that's even an option. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually, but if you want to add me on any of my socials right now, it is grilled, GRILLD. There's no E. And then cheese, but it's CHEEX. I don't know, maybe there's a grilled cheese account out there that, like, all they do is post pictures of grilled cheeses. I don't want to take away from that, so I made it an X. I'm trying to post more, but sometimes, like, I'll post, like 4 pictures a day for a month, and then you won't hear anything from me for, like, 5 months. So I'm going to try and fix that and make it more active, I guess. Sunday I went on a date. That was fun. It was very fun, actually. We're very similar. We're, like, the same exact person. I'm really big into horror movies, and so is he. I've always wanted to go to conventions and stuff, and me, my favorite people, like, Kane Hodder, like, that would just be amazing to me, but nobody ever really wants to go with me. I have one friend that would. She has 3 kids, though, so it's kind of hard for her to get out of the house and go to these things by herself, and I don't know if she really wants to bring her kids to some of these things. Like, I'm sure her eldest would be fine. And my other friends, they don't really care about horror that much. But this guy goes to conventions all the time, and he's met Kane Hodder. He's had dinner with Robert Englund, who played Freddy Krueger, which I think is just the coolest thing in the world. And it wasn't even like he won something. I guess they were at a buffet, and he was by himself, and Robert was with his wife. And every time my guy got up to, like, go get a new plate, the staff would take the plates away and take away his silverware and take away his drinks, thinking he left. And I guess it happened 3 times before Robert was like, "Do you just want to come sit with us?" And he was like, yeah. So he's had dinner with them. He says they're very, very nice people. I want to be able to, like, do those things, and he does those things all the time. We have a lot in common besides that, obviously. Like, our sense of humor is the exact same, although I don't know where his comes from. Mine comes from the fact that I work in the medical field, so I have a dark sense of humor. You kind of have to, especially if you're working with death a lot. I'm not working with death anymore, but I was for a long time. And you have to make these jokes, or else you're going to be the most miserable, sad person on the planet, because you're constantly seeing people around you die that you have grown to love and care for in such a short amount of time. And we have the same sense of humor. It seems like we have a lot of the same views on things. The only downside, and I told him this, and I don't know if I should have because it's weird, but he, in his photos on the dating app, looked like my dad. I didn't notice it at first, okay? I promise I didn't notice it at first. But the more I looked at him leading up to our date, I was like, oh my god, he looks exactly like my dad. What the hell do? I can't go on a date with my father. Like, it just, it was weird. But I was like, well, we're going for sushi. I'll go, maybe he's a really nice person, and I'll get past the fact that he looks like my dad. He got there, and thank God, he looked nothing like my dad in person. I mean, the only similarities was that he has no hair, he shaves his head, and that he had a goatee, and that it was brown. But, like, once you really looked at him, he did not look like my dad anymore. It was just, like, the photos he took and posted on his social media were from the chin down, and my father does that. And so, like, I saw, the gray hairs underneath. He's 32, so, like, he's 5 years older than me. Like, I saw, the gray hairs. I'm like, oh my god, it's my dad. But no, in person, he doesn't look like that at all. And we went to Lake Erie Metro Park. I live in Michigan. I think I said that already. And we walked, like, 2 or 3 miles, which was a dumb idea, because the day before, I had gone to a street fair, and I had gone to the Monroe County Fair, and I was dumb and walked around in flip-flops, and I had blisters, by the end of that day. And then the next day on this date, we went to Lake Erie, and I didn't know we were going to go to Lake Erie, so I just wore the flip-flops again. So now, and I've posted this on Instagram if you want to look at how ugly it is, I have a regular blister on top of a blood blister. So I have 2 blisters in one spot. It is the most painful thing in the entire world. It's like an inch raised. I can barely put weight on it. I've been walking like a penguin everywhere I go because I can't do anything. I've been, thankfully, like, as I said, I'm dog sitting, but I'm also house sitting for this guy. He went to a teacher's convention up north, and he has a bed that moves, like the feet go up and stuff, so I have my feet elevated to try and take some pressure off of these blisters and get them to go down. I have one on the other foot that is literally the size of a quarter. I don't think I've ever had a blister this big in my entire life. It's on the ball of my foot, so like I can't walk with either of my feet. As I said, walking on the sides, like the outside of my foot, I look like those girls who wear heels and they're drunk and they're not paying attention while they're walking and they just keep falling out of their heels every 5 seconds. That's how I am right now, except I'm not wearing heels. I'm just that challenged right now. Okay, so we've talked about the things that I'm gonna do or I want to do, but let's talk about the things that I don't want to do. Okay, so I don't want to do any pranks. That's stupid. They're never real. I hate April 1st. It's dumb. I just like watching like whatever Jenna posts or whatever, any of the people who was it Mark that posted like an hour of him just staring at a wall? I'm pretty sure I had it playing in the background as I watched other videos just to give him the view. I like jokes and everything like on a normal basis, but having a day just to like drive people insane, I don't know. I think it's dumb and a waste of time. Like there's other holidays that we could focus on. So, yeah, no pranks on this channel. No, probably not a lot of challenges. Like, if like some of the bigger YouTubers that I've been watching for, 12 years, 10 years, whatever, if they're not doing it, I'm probably not going to either. And I know that sounds like, oh, well, so-and-so's doing it, so I'm just going to follow what they do. But no, it's more like if you've been on YouTube for 12 years, you know a hell of a lot more about what's popular, what's not popular. So I'm probably going to stay away from a lot of that stuff. I don't want any unnecessary shit on my channel that has chance for controversy on my end. If I'm watching other people's controversy, whatever. I don't want to do any pranks ever. Like, it's just not my thing, unless we're doing something like Jenna's video where she pretended to be dead by spraying so much ketchup around that, like, Julian probably walked in and just smelled ketchup. Like, he probably, we all know, like, he saw the camera from the car, but he probably walked in and it was just an odor of ketchup. Like, that's funny, but all this other shit I've been seeing on YouTube, I don't know, it just seems like a waste of time, and people are only watching it because they think it's stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I understand people really do have that mindset that publicity, no matter the sort, is always good publicity, but it's really not. Common sense will hopefully be a big theme on my channel. At this point, I don't know much else to say. I'm just going to try and cut down this other video to match whatever I have here. Thank you for watching this. I still don't know what it is, but thank you.